and welcome to another video. So we're heading over to Place Jean Jaurès, which is a little square which we recce'd last night. It's going to be a feast of light and motion. Well, that's the theory anyway. So I'm going to head on down there now and get set up. There's going to be quite a lot of people around, which is making me a bit edgy, but it should be okay once I get set up. So this place is full of every light source you can imagine, which is going to be a bit tricky because I'm shooting Velvia. I'm waiting for dusk for all the lights to come on, and I'm shooting 6x17 panoramic, so it's a whole mixture of things. What could possibly go wrong? Right, here we are. As predicted, there's lots of people around, and I'm drawing some unwanted attention with this thing, but who cares? Just getting my levels up. So wait till I go into the dark cloth. That's when they start thinking, what on earth is he doing? So we've got a little while till the lights come on, and I want to try and get framed up first, just to try and get the shot, and then I can relax a little bit then. Well, that was fairly straightforward. Got a nice shot looking right across these fountains here. And basically when the lights come on, all the water spouts are actually lit from below, so it kind of got a multitude of colours there, some colour lights down through that way. So yeah, it's a real feast of light and water. So I'm shooting Fuji Velvia, which is a 50 speed film. Now, obviously with a long exposure, which it's gonna be, all these water spouts are just gonna record as a blur basically. So I'm gonna try my aperture. Ideally, I want to keep to around sort of f16, maybe even f11. Depends if I can get away with it. At the moment I'm focused wide open at f6.8 and I've got full focus where I need it. So I think I'm going to try f16 first, take a couple of meter readings and see what I've got when the light dips down a bit. So the lights have come on the water spouts now. Still waiting for the light to drop a bit. The sun's set, so we're getting that nice little twilight mix now. And then normally I don't shoot straight away. I normally wait 15-20 minutes after the sunset time, and then you get that nice balance between ambient light and the artificial light. Now I've got all the reflections in the base of this fountain here, so what I'm waiting for is the exposure readings to basically marry up with that and the sky. So like I say, I reckon about another 15 minutes and we should be good to go. It's not too busy at the moment, which is good. So I'm just talking to my son. I've got my son with me on this trip. He's the cameraman. So say hello, Zach. Don't say hello then. I guarantee that when I start shooting, somebody will walk in front of the camera. So I'm hoping not, but it's all about timing. So I got to the location with plenty of time to spare. We'd actually recce'd this location the night before, so I kind of looked at my watch and could tell what time we needed to be there, and to give me plenty of time to set up. So once I'd set up the camera and focused in almost daylight, I could kind of just sit back and watch the actual fountains and the colour. So I was trying to see if there was any pattern to the jets going up and any pattern to the colours happening. It was quite random, but I thought it was a good idea to kind of check this out before I actually started the shoot for real. So I'm taking a meter reading off the sky and off the lower part of the frame here, and it's pretty much balanced up now. So at f16, it's giving me 1/4 of a second. So I'm going to bracket this because I want to get this right. 1/4 of a second won't freeze the water completely, and obviously I'll move over to sort of 1 second exposure as well, so that might blur it a bit more. So I'm ready to go with my first roll. Right, okay, so I've done a couple of exposures so far, waiting for my last shot on this roll. I'm going to try one at 4 seconds, which is a little bit too long. I didn't really want to go that long, but we'll see what happens. The brighter the lights in these fountains, on these water spouts, the more I can get away with. So I'm going to wait now for a full display as such. Take another meter reading for my last frame, and we'll see what we come up with. I had 2 rolls of Velvia left on this trip, so I was going to use both rolls on this evening. So basically 4 shots on each roll, 8 shots. I found that it was quite busy, so there was quite a lot of people wandering up and down. Now the thing is with this camera, when you're actually taking the picture, you're not actually looking through it as you would a normal camera. So people assume that you're not actually taking a picture. So quite a few times people would walk right across in front of me, so I had to end the exposure before it had finished basically. So let's talk about the bad points. First and foremost, the height. I wish I kind of got a bit more height on this frame. It's cropped off the top of the jets. Left and right of the picture, I was hoping to be a bit more light. It's quite dark on the left and right hand side. But the good points are the colour. I love the colour in the sky, the overall colour. Velvia to a T. I like the motion of the water, just enough exposure wise to get a blur but not sort of unrecognisable. So yeah, all in all, quite pleased with this shot. Light was dropping pretty quickly on my second roll, and this obviously increased the exposure time to around 8 seconds, and you can see there's a bit more blur in the water. Again, I'm quite happy with the colours. Another 5-10 minutes after this shot and it was too dark. Again, I had a couple of people walk in front of the camera, so I had to end exposure, so I had quite a few black frames on this roll, but this was the one that stood out for me. Again, I like the colours, the colour in the jets of water, the lovely sort of deep blue colour in the sky. Bad points, I think it would have been nice to get a full reflection in the lower half of the shot, but that was kind of impossible. Even getting right up close to the edge of the platform where the jets were, I couldn't get a full shot even with a 90mm lens. But yeah, again, pretty pleased with this shot. Okay, well that was definitely a feast of light tonight, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, one of these comes out. I've taken 2 rolls. Well, this is my last shoot in Beziers in France, so I hope you've enjoyed these. I'll put up a link for the first one that I did down at the bridge with the cathedral view. Like I say, let me know what you think of those, and I'm going to pack up now and get a beer and go back and get some sleep. So join me on the next one. Thanks for watching. See you soon.